Sometimes in life, you just have a wild moment. Welcome to Gunpowder Philosophy. And today was one of those days, man. I had a wild moment. Wanna know what my wild moment was? It was an epiphany. I had an epiphany about black people. The same epiphany that led me to start this mission. It led me to start this show. The epiphany was that a lot of black people have uneven thought. We have uneven thought. And I'm saying this not to demean black people, not to say that other races think better than us. I'm just pointing that out because I am black, and though that is one of the situations on the planet that I have a problem with. And by problem, I mean a way where I can get in and do something about it. You know what I'm saying? So this show is not to be pompous. It's not to be braggadocious. It's not to say I'm better than anybody. This show is to enlighten the mind to different and new concepts. Because we understand that we hadn't been exposed to a different rational way of thinking for oneself for a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? We hadn't thought to ourselves really since we've been in ancient Kemet. You know what I'm saying? That's the only place we were where our thoughts were, unbothered, unchained, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So what made me realize and come to the epiphany that black people have boxed in thoughts is just some of the hood debates. Yeah, when you right in the middle of the hood, or when you just with some random hood ass nigga, and you realize that a lot of these niggas can't think. And once again, I'm saying that not to demean. I'm saying that to enlighten. Because some of the ways we argue, we reveal our stupidity. I was with this guy today. I'm cool with him, so I'm not gonna put his name in it at all. Period. He my boy. But I'm illustrating the point. Alright, I was with this guy, man. And this motherfucker was like, well, I'm hard. I've been through this, I've been through that. I've been through so many street trials and tribulations. I'm not going to say the who, the what, the when, the where. There's no need for that. But I've been through so much in my life. I've been through the hood life, basically. And he telling me this, in a braggadocious way, I thought. And then also, he's doing it in such a way like almost like, I got my manhood scratched. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, what? I'm that nigga. I did this, I did. You know what I'm saying? He running it down on me. So I'm like, all right. I'm not one to judge. I'm not one to put nobody business in the street. That's him. But that's what he do. That's what it is. On one end, excuse me, got caught in the mouth. On the other end, you got somebody robbed his grandma. You know what I'm saying? Old grandma. We all love our grandma. And I told him my condolences. I apologize that this happened to you such a long time ago. And some of the things you shared with me happened such a long time ago. But I was like, man, this shit's crazy. So you telling me you a street dude on one end, but then on the other end, somebody robbed your grandma that I also know, and it's a problem. Why is that? Why is that? I mean, I want to look at the thoughts here, let alone, whatever. How are you something on one hand? You do dirt or whatever you do on one fucking hand. But on the next hand, get mad because somebody did some dirt. You can't get mad at me for being dirty if you like playing in the mud. You know what I'm saying? If I like playing it in the mud, I can't get mad at you for wanting to be dirty, to wanting to be, unclean. But in the black community, what you have here, you have two sides that like to bicker. You know what I'm saying? You have two sides to think, okay, I'm better than this person because. And the truth is, it's worthless shits. You know what I'm saying? That we put out with the situations we put ourselves in, man. It's worthless. But then we look down on somebody else for being worthless, for being low down. You know what I'm saying? Like is like. You gonna hang out with, you gonna be affiliated, and karma gonna hit you in whatever way is affiliated with your heart. So that means if your heart is in the street, you can't get mad if somebody hurt your heart in the street. And by your heart, that could be your mom, your grandma, your child. Because see, I listen to a lot of old school gangster rap. And one thing a gangster rapper taught me, the trigger got no heart. It don't have no heart. So that means if you don't give a fuck, you should never give a fuck. And this ain't no shit I'm saying on camera that I didn't tell him. I told him this right to his face. And once again, I respect this guy. I ain't got nothing against him. It ain't my business. We just had an intimate moment. But I'm sharing parts of the conversation, but not all of it. Because see, what's private is private. What's between two bros, or two homies, or two comrades, it's between them. You know? But I brought that up, all this, to prove a point. That is my point. If you don't level out your brain, and we all got to do this, I'm not excluded. Because I try to go in and figure out where the fuck I'm lacking. Where the fuck I'm coming up short. Where is my shortcoming? That's why I turned off social media. If it's not this, if I'm not creating, I don't want to be on my phone. Period. You understand? So we all got shit we got to work on. We all got shit we coming up short. It ain't about me being, you know what I'm saying, better than somebody. It's not about me being more intelligent. It's about all us coming together, man, and realizing that to some degree, we are all fucked up in the head. To some degree or another. And just because you got your degree, or you go to church every Sunday, you fucked up too. You the man what I'm talking about. Just because you made it out the hood, oh, you don't escape this. Nobody does. Because we are all affiliated with this same bullshit we go through every day. It's Hood Chronicles, man. This is all this is. This is Hood Chronicles. Broken down. Dissected. I just want to see my people rise. That's my point. I had a stepdad one time. He motherfucker, he'll always say some fucked up shit and then be like, what's your point? What's your point? What's your point? And my mama argue back with his ass. She be like, and that's my motherfucking point. That's my motherfucking point. I'm saying, we gotta enlighten ourselves, man. We can all do this together. But are we afraid of the light? That's another question. Are we afraid of common sense? I think we are. We say fuck the police, but every 5 minutes we need them. Because somebody got shot. Somebody got hurt. That's why I'm doing this. Because I care. About everybody's involvement. I care about this. So I'm like, why And by the way, the shit he told me he did, you know, he already paid for that shit. So this ain't no fresh shit at all. But I'm just saying, once you do shit, it's done. And if you still glorifying that life in any capacity, you ain't done with it, bro. It ain't over. You still got some more of it in you. And a lot of people think if they trade in their streetness, that they trading in their masculinity. That is not true. That ain't true at all. Being street don't make you a man. Being a father does. Being a good neighbor does. You know what I'm saying? Just being a good person in general. Maybe you don't want to fuck with nobody. You could be an introverted black man that's not into no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? When y'all gonna just grow up and be like, you know what? I'm just not into the bullshit no more, bro. I'm too old for this shit. And you ain't even gotta be 10 to say you too old for some shit. If you're too old, if you're wise enough, you're too old for it, bro. You know better. Do better. Treat others how you want to be treated. I know that's a lesson your grandma taught you. That's probably the first lesson she taught you. But you violated that. But now you expect somebody to honor you. How does that work? So that's what I'm saying. When shit happens to me in Black America, I want to talk about it. Because I find a problem with it. And through the problem, which is us, we can see the solution, which is also us. The government ain't coming because they don't care. They ain't never cared. You know? Whether they give us reparations or not. And yes, I am in favor of reparations. I really am. But whether they give it to us or not, it's not the question. The question is, will they ever give a fuck? Will they ever? Did Barack Obama, did he make some big deal about some black apology? I never got it. But you know, y'all love him so much as the black president. Why? If he the black president, you can keep his ass. Send me somebody else. I'll take a slave back in place of Obama. I really will. Because he ain't do shit. And that's not saying I wish death on the man. I don't wish death on anybody. I was just speaking metaphorically. The worst, I'm talking about, you know, at the back of the plantation, that slave right there that's directly in front of the sun is worth more to me than Barack Obama ever will be. Because he was full of shit. And he knew it. And he played on our heartstrings. And for that, I don't forgive him. But on that note, man, I just wanted to chop it up for you. Real nice. You know, because see, philosophy sometimes, I get what them white men was doing when they first, Aristotle and the rest of them dudes, when they came out with this philosophy shit, I get what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? They took a big chunk of some shit and analyzed it and broke it down. You know? They brought it to you the best way they knew how. But that was a big pill to swallow. Philosophy, I can say this. It is a meaty topic. You know what I'm saying? It got some meat to it. But it can be broken down. And if broken down, people could understand it better. You know what I'm saying? And if we understand philosophy better, if we understand metaphors better, we can understand how to live better, how to be more practical. Because see, everybody discounts the software looking at the hardware. You know what I'm saying? You looking at this brutal fucking pruder you call your phone. You looking at this beautiful thing outside you call your ride. But you forgot about the architecture. You forgot what goes into it. You forgot about the ugly ass, like if they made a see-through iPhone, you probably won't want it. Cause it's ugly ass wires and shit in there. You know what I'm saying? But those wires That the very thing that make this little motherfucker run, man. The little wires, the ugly ass motor pan. That's what makes the BMW run. You know what I'm saying? The ugly ass brakes. That's what make the Aston Martin. That's what make that car run. You know? Look at the inside of a Rolex. But see, we too focused on the outside. So we don't give a fuck. Hip hop and American culture has made us focus too much on the outside. You know? That's why all the flashy rappers, they matter over the intellectual rappers. And that's why your goddamn kid is dumb. Period. That's why. You want to look at why the kid is dumb? Look at what touches their brain first. You included. Me included. So you just gotta understand that, man. And on that note, I think I'm gonna do like the 90s, and I'm gonna hang that phone up. Alright, this has been Gunpowder Philosophy. I'm Sergio. I'm out.